Hello everyone, let me introduce myself. My name is Ricardo from class 17 5B24, Information Technology Study Program, BSI Cikarang University. This time I will present two materials. The first, we will discuss about the inside the computer. Many of us use computers every day, but what actually happens inside that box? We will explore the essential components, the organs of the computer, to understand what they do and how they work together to bring your software to life. The first and the most fundamental component is the motherboard. You can think of this as the central nervous system or the main hub of the computer. It is a large printed circuit board or PCB that everything else connects to. The CPU, the RAM, the storage drive, and the graphic card all plug directly into the motherboard. It allows all these different parts to communicate with each other and distribute power where it's needed. Without it, the components are just isolated, non-functional pieces. The CPU, or Central Processing Unit, is the brain of the computer. This small, powerful chip is responsible for executing all the instructions and performing the calculation. When you open a program, type a document, or play a game, the CPU is processing all those requests. Its speed measured in gigahertz determines how many instructions it can handle per second. The faster the CPU, the faster your computer will think and perform tasks. RAM stands for random access memory. If the CPU is the brain, RAM is the short-term memory or the workbench. When you open an application like a web browser or game, the computer loads the necessary data from your storage device into the RAM. The CPU can then access this data from RAM extremely quickly. This is why having more RAM allows you to multitask and run many programs at once without slowing down. However, RAM is volatile, which means it is cleared every time you turn the computer off. Storage is the computer long-term memory. Unlike RAM, storage is non-volatile, meaning it saves your files even when the power is off. This is where your operating system, like Windows or macOS, your application, your photos, and all your documents are kept. There are two main types. The traditional hard disk drive, which use spinning magnetic disks, and the newer, much faster solid-state drive, which use flash memory chips with no moving parts. The GPU, or Graphic Processing Unit, is a specialized processor designed to handle visual tasks. Its main job is to render image, videos, and animation, displaying them to your monitor. While many CPU have basic integrated circuit, a dedicated graphic card is essential for demanding tasks. These include modern video gaming, 3D modeling, professional video editing, and scientific computing. Finally, we have the power supply unit, or PSU. This component is the heart of your computer. It takes the high voltage AC power from your wall outlet and converts into the stable low voltage DC power that all the sensitive component inside the computer require. A good PSU is critical for system stability and safety. In summary, the motherboard connects everyone, the CPU thinks, and the RAM remember what's happening now, the storage saves everything permanently, and the CPU creates the image you see. Together, this part from the complete system we use every day. And we come to the second material, malicious program. This is a category of software more commonly known as malware. In this presentation, we will define what malware is, explore the most common types you may encounter, from viruses to ransomware, and understand the damage they can do. Awareness is the first step in digital safety. What is malware? The term malware is short for malicious software. This is broad term for any software that is intentionally designed to cause disruption, damage, or gain unauthorized access to computer systems. The motives behind malware are diverse, range from simple pranks and vandalism to organized crime for financial gain, espionage, and the data theft. It is a weapon used to attack systems and their users. The virus. A computer virus is one of the most well-known types of malware. A virus infects clean files, attaching its own malicious code to them. It cannot spread on its own. It requires a human action to be activated. This usually happens when a user opens the infected file, like a document or application. Once active, the virus can execute its payload, which might be to corrupt data, lock your keystrokes, or spread to other files on your computer. Worm. A worm is similar to virus, but one with critical, dangerous difference. It is self-propagating. A worm is a standalone piece of software that replicates itself and spread to other computers on its own, typically by exploiting a vulnerability in a network. It doesn't need to attach to a file and doesn't need a human help. Worms are notorious for consuming bandwidth and can be used to install other malware, create botnets, or delete files on a massive scale. The Trojan. Named after the Greek myth, a Trojan horse is a malware that disguises itself as a legitimate or useful software. It tricks you into installing it. You might think you are downloading a free game, a utility, or even an antivirus program, but when you run the software, the Trojan activates in the background, allowing attackers to create a backdoor on your system. This backdoor can be used to steal your personal data, installing other malware like spyware, or take complete control of your computer. Ransomware is one of the most damaging, frightening forms of malware today. This software encrypts your personal files, your photos, documents, videos, and database, making them completely inaccessible. The attackers then display a message on your screen demanding a ransom payment, usually in a cryptocurrency like Bitcoin, in exchange for the decryption key. It is a form of digital extortion that can be devastating for both individuals and business. There are many other threats, such as spyware, which secretly monitor your activity and share information like password, and adware, which bombards you with unwanted advertisement. So, how do we stay safe? The strategy is defense in depth. First, use a high-quality, reputable antivirus program and keep it updated. Second, always keep your operating system and web browser updated to patch security codes. And the third, be skeptical. Never open attachment or click links in suspicious email, and only download the software from trusted source. A little caution is the best defense. That's all I can say. Thank you very much and see ya.